server side script. The provision is, yeah. Now again, you can see my screen, I think, right? In coding point of view, two types of scriptings we have. Client side script is there and server side script. So once again, observe this. So Facebook or Gmail, okay, or Google, any website if you take. So we have two pages to develop the websites. One is design phase. Next one is coding phase. Design phase, we are creating user interfaces. Okay. Design phase, we are creating user interfaces, and coding phase, we are implementing the logics. So to create the user interface, already I told you we are using HTML, CSS, okay, and Bootstrap also. Etc. means Bootstrap is also there. We can use that one. And coding, two types we have: client side coding and server side coding. So client side coding means executes in browser. Server side coding means executes in server. That is the concept of this. Okay. Yes. Like that, in development point of view, we have two types of scriptings. First one is what? Client side script. And second one is server side script. Okay. Yes. Client side script means it executes in browser. Server side script means what is that? It executes in server. That is the concept of this. So now, what is client side script exactly? Which type of functionalities we can implement using client side script, and what we can do with the server side script? These points are important. So first of all, if you observe, if you implement any logics by using JavaScript or next level technologies of JavaScript like React, Angular, all this comes under client side scripting languages. And if you implement any logic by using, okay, ASP, PHP, JSP, all this comes under server side scripting languages. Is this clear? Yes. We have these two types of scriptings. One is client side script, another one is server side script. So where this client side script executes in browser and where server side script executes in web server. That is the point of this. See, now I type this facebook.com. Yes, what is happened here? That Facebook is downloaded. And in this Facebook, they used HTML, JavaScript, and even React also they used. So that original code is downloaded into my browser and it executed in my browser. If I right click and select view page source, now you can see some code it displays. Yes. So this entire code you can see it is coming from Facebook server and downloaded into my browser. I'm the client of Facebook now. Client means the person who is accessing the website. So that person we are calling as client. Now I am the client of Facebook. So that code is downloaded into my browser. Is it clear? Yes. And it is executed here. Like that, server side script, if you observe, it is not downloading into browser, it executes in web server. One small diagram I will show you. For example, this is one web server. In this server, we have number of web pages like this. Assume that this is Facebook server or Gmail server like that. Now X, okay. X is one person. In his system, he opened the browser and he typed like something that facebook.com. Okay. Now what happens to the internet connection? One request is going to the Facebook server. Now this person is client of this Facebook, right? And this front page, home page is loading in the client system. This home page contains both client side script as well as server side script. Is it clear? Yes. Now this home page is downloading. At the time of downloading, the original client-side script, what implemented, that original client-side script is also downloading into the client's browser. Is it clear? The original client-side script is also downloaded in the client's browser and it is executing here. That code is executing in the browser. But server-side script is not downloading, it executes here. Only result is going to the browser. Yes, so according to the execution location, we are calling the scripts as client side as well as server side script. In website development, we have two phases to implement the logics. Yes, yes. So one is client side and another one is server side location. So client side scripts and server side scripts. So what is React.js? React.js is a client side script. Means what are the logics we are implementing using React.js? Those logics download into the client system and executes there. So that is the main concept of this. Is this clear? Yes. Second one is server side scripts. So no need to discuss more about the server side scripts because so we are working with the client side technology. Yes, yeah. Now there may be one doubt for you. So which type of functionalities we can implement using client side technologies? Yes, that is the main point. Now client side scripts we are using first point to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. Yeah. So this is a common interview question. Okay, definitely they will ask you why we are using these client-side technologies. What the reason? Yeah. First reason is to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML control. What is this? See, HTML we are using display, text boxes, button, radio button, images, etc. etc. This web page, if you observe, yes. So this, where is this? One second. Yeah. Contain the HTML controls. All these are HTML controls. So by default, you want to control as dynamic. Then we are using client-side technologies. What is static and what is dynamic? That question will come. Yes, static means so what are the properties we are providing at the time of designing with these properties? With those properties, it is loading into browser. You got it. So what are the properties we provide at the time of designing? With those properties, it is loading into the browser. That is the static. So once it's loaded in the browser, then we are able to change the properties that is dynamic. But HTML control properties we cannot change after loaded in browser because it is completely static technology. One example I will show you, then you will get more clarity. See, I am creating one HTML file, okay, by displaying this image. I have one image in my desktop that is pineapple.jpg. Okay. Now, just one HTML file I'm creating. So demo.html I have given. Yes. Simple one image control. Don't try to understand this code. Okay. IMG source is equal to pineapple.jpg and width is equal to 100 pixels I have given. Like I'll take the image control. Okay, so two properties I have given. One is SRC, next one width. What the source I have given? So this is pineapple.jpg. Now that program HTML file. So I am going to open in browser. So if you observe, this is the file. So demo.html. At this file, I am going to open in browser. Now right click. So it displays like this. So just let me increase the size. Yeah. Now at the time of designing, I have given two properties, SRC and width. With these two properties, it is loaded in browser. Now it is runtime. So in runtime, I want to change any property like source or width, any other property. By default, it is not possible. Okay. So again, you want to change, then go to this code. Here only you have to change. But in this browser, directly want to change, not possible. My requirement is if user click on the image, then source I want to change. What is the current source we have? Apple.jpg. That source I want to change as something like orange.jpg or any other source. Yes. So that is not possible by default. But if you take sort of any client script like JavaScript or extra technologies, React, we can change the properties at runtime. So I will write some small script I'm writing here. Don't try to understand script, just result of this. That's all. Now here, yeah, some statement I'm writing. Orange not is. Yes, I'm change the when click on control. If I click now, see it is changed to orange.jpg. So source property I changed. Not only source property, any property like width, height, or any other control, any property you can change with the help of client-side technologies. So that's the first point which I discussed here. So to apply dynamic functionalities on the HTML controls. Second point, yes. So to validate input controls. What is that to validate input controls? So input controls validation point you can use this. For example, here, see Facebook I'm going to open. So yeah, give account something, click on this. Actually, you need to fill this data. Without filling the data, if I click on the sign up, so some validation messages, everything is coming here. Yes, this is client side mission. It is execute browser and display the result like enter name, enter okay, surname, like that. So etc. So these validations you want to perform, that's why we are taking the support of client side scripts. Third one, to execute logics in browser. Not only changing the properties at runtime, not only validate input controls, we can also execute logics browser. That is the main point. So already told you the logics we are implementing using JavaScript or React, okay, or any other client script. Those logics execute in browser. Server script is executed in server. One example I will tell you, one use case. So for example, banking applications, if you take EMI calculation there. What is the EMI calculation? User will enter, so your how many months, and so when he click on the calculate button after entering the principal amount and tenure, so internally some code will execute and displays how he has to pay that EMI amount, right? Yes, that information. So to implement that logic, you can use the client side script or server script. Okay? To execute that logic, you use the client side script or server script. So what the benefit implement using client side script? So that code executes in the where it executes in there, you can see that code. Got it. So when you click on the calculate button, so the browser immediately user sees that result. Okay. But the logic, if we implement using server-side technologies like JavaScript or ASP, PHP, etc., when user click on the calculate button, a request is going to the server, there the code executes, and response is coming back to the browser. This entire request and response takes time. So that's why most of the logics in websites we're implementing with client-side technologies. As the performance is very fast. You can see the result very fast. Yeah. Next point, to work with and just very important concept. Okay, services we are with the help desk. They are not support of this client side language. I will just how to work with Ajax and what are the functionalities we're implementing, how to work with the cloud operations, how to the API services in Ajax. Everything we'll discuss. We're spending around 2 to 3 days. So these are the main areas where we are using this client side technologies. Is it clear? Yes. Once again, if you observe here, React is the language we are using. We are React. And what area to work with client-side technologies? Apply dynamic functions on the HTML to validate the input controls. Next one, to execute some logic and to work with the Ajax concept. Like these are the main areas which we are covering here. Come to the history, invented this JS. Okay, so React by Mr. Jordan Walkie. He is one of the employees of Facebook. Jordan Walkie is one of the employees of Facebook. And Jordan Walkie with him members developed this React.js. So basic version is introduced in 2011, and the main version is introduced in 2013. The main reason behind this implementation is to work with chart concept in Facebook. Actually, they wanted to add some functionalities in the Facebook chatting concept. So for they produce React JS. The main reason, the main intention of this code is to work with one concept in Facebook. That concept is nothing but chat concept. So for that they implemented this script. But later on, they added many more functionalities and released this React JS as a free technology. From then, outsiders also started working with React JS in their applications. Like that, in many websites, Instagram, Apple, and Flipkart, so Netflix, all these websites contains React.js coding. And Facebook Corporation maintains this React.js. Who is maintaining Facebook Corporation? The basic version is 1.0 and current version which we are using 18.2, we are installing and we are working with this. So this is the basic information about this. So now we need to discuss what are the features and other things. Before that, any questions, any doubt you can ask me. Just given some idea about what is client script and what is server script, and what we can do with client-side scripts. So that basic history also we discussed. In this area, any questions you have, you can ask me. So you can send me a chat message or directly you can unmute your mic and you can ask. So all of you clear till now what missed? Anil, Dayan, Bucci, Kodeshwar and others. Right?
Yes, sir, yes.
I'm unable to hear you. Okay. So I hope you clear with this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Are you able to hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, fine.
No. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. So this is about basic history. Now, why should we use React? What is now in React JS? Okay. Yeah. So JavaScript is very traditional technology and which is released in 1995. Okay. Around 30 years back. So many programmers are very, very familiar with JavaScript. So what are the additional features we have in this React JS? And what are the differences between React and Angular? Okay, so these topics we need to discuss. So I will cover these topics as features. So features of React JS. Yes. So first one supports data binding. Yes. So React JS supports data binding concept. So data binding, what is this concept? Overview I will give you. Okay. For example, a small diagram. So you're creating a variable. Okay, serial number is 100. At the time of project development, we are creating the variables. Now here I created one variable. Name of the variable is serial number and value is 100. This variable actually, if you know variables, no problem. If you don't know, no need to worry because I will discuss what is variable and what are the types of variables we have. I will discuss here. Okay. Now serial number is one variable I have taken. So this variable value I want is the text box. This is one text box. So text box or table or any other value I want to display. Okay. Then we display that variable value. So for that, based on the technology, executing some code. Based on executing some code like this. So this code is variable value displays on the HTML control like this. Yes. Now in future, changing this 100 as 200. So that is modified. My question is, so will you update this text box without re-executing this code? Hmm? Will it update in the text box without it will not update there? Uh, yes. Again, you need to re-execute that code. Then only that 100 will override as 200. Okay. Yes. Like this is coming here. Means whenever the variable is modified, every time you are updating this response value by input, not a single variable, many variables we are creating. So database information or services information we're getting, and that information we're displaying on the HTML table or some other controls like text box, heading, etc. So you want to observe all these variables updates and you want to execute the code snippets like this. It's taking some time. It is some time taking process. So for that, so React supports data binding concept. What is data binding concept? We can create a link between database variable and HTML control. We can create a link between variable and HTML control. So what is the purpose of this? So without executing it, the value will actually update in this control. For example, it is modified to something like 300. Then the 300 directly updating in this location. Is it clear? So that is the concept of data binding. So why data binding, two-way data binding, I have these two data bindings. I will explain how to finish data binding the two-way data binding, around 2 to 3 last ways binding with this. So that is the very big advantage if you compare with JavaScript. This binding is also available in Angular. Yes. Yes. Next, very, very important, supports single page application. So we call it as, yes, yeah. It supports single page application. We are calling it as routing concept. What is single page application? I will. For example, this is one server. We have 3 pages: home, about us page, contact us page. You develop a website. That website you upload into server. So the website contains home page, about us, and contact us like that. And this is browser. User send a request for home page. That page is loading. Home page is loading. So in this home page, hyperlinks program display to about us and contact us. When user click on the about us, what is happening? One more request to the server, the response is coming back to the browser. If user click on the contact us, what is happening? One request is going to the server, and the response is coming back to the browser. Means every time to access the next page, user is going to the server. Going means user is sending a request through internet connection, right? In websites, if you click on any menu link, then what is happening from your computer? Request is going to the server through internet connection, and after that, that page is loading as the user. But my requirement is okay. Actually, the scenario is taking some time because website, many users access the website. That's why many hits they are sending to the server. So it increases the traffic on the server. It increases the traffic on the server. That's why access speed is decreasing. Due to that reason, they use a concept single page application. So we can also call it as routing concept. So what the main purpose of this? Like we are creating one object or object. So that object holds all these pages. Okay. Simple overview I am explaining. So we will spend around 7 to 8 days with this concept. Okay. Just you. So what are the pages you are creating the website? So all pages we are creating as one object. User is sending the first request. That entire object is loading to the browser. Then that object shows the data here. Means what are the pages we have in that object? Those pages load the browser. If user click on the about us, it is loading from here. If user click on the contact, it is loading from here. Means from next time onwards, no need to send any request to the server. Okay. All the templates are loaded in the client system. So that's why immediately can receive the page when he click on the about us, contact us. So no need to go to the server again and again. It reduces the network traffic and increases the performance of application. This concept is very, very important. These technologies, React, Angular, got popular because single-page application and routing. These are the major concepts. So I will discuss the programming later, how to work with this routing, everything. Just an overview I have given here. Okay. And next one supports many validators. Yeah. So it is providing predefined validators to validate the input controls. So in JavaScript, we are writing the manual logics to validate input controls. In these technologies, predefined validators are available. Using these validators, directly you can validate the input controls. So if you observe Angular, that Angular single page application available, data binding available. Angular also supports predefined validators. Okay. Yes. One supports JSX format. Yes. So JSX format is very important. This format is not there in JavaScript and also Angular. Only React supports JSX. So what is JSX? Java XML. It stands for what? JavaScript XML. Means what is that? We can combine JavaScript with HTML. That is the meaning of this. Is it clear? We can combine the JavaScript with HTML. That is the meaning of JSX. Okay. Generally, what happens if you combine, right? HTML is a JavaScript, it gives error message. Okay. If you write HTML inside the JavaScript, what happens? Error message. Okay. But if you take JSX allows us to write HTML inside the JavaScript. That is the main point. It supports JSX format. Is it clear? Yes. So I will explain you how to work with the JSX. The main advantage is some JavaScript logic you are executing. It gives some result. That result you want to display on the HTML, something table tag or paragraph or text box. So generally we are writing JavaScript in one file, HTML in another file, and we are calling that HTML file from the JavaScript process is there. But if the JS direct JavaScript code inside the HTML and HTML code inside the JavaScript, the flexibility is there. So that's why no need to write the separate file for the script under HTML, and no need to these type of work is because of the JSX. That is very, very important. So we will discuss the program JSX. Next one supports virtual DOM. Yes. See, this concept is also not there in Angular. So one direction you can say React performance is a bit faster than Angular application performance because of virtual DOM. Yes, virtual DOM. So compare with the Angular at the time of updating any controls or anything. So React is faster. Faster means I'm not telling so hours and minutes. Okay, difference. Just in milliseconds point of view. So React is a bit faster. So because of virtual DOM. Is it clear? Yes. So what is virtual DOM? How it is updating the application? Okay, how it is acting as a layer between original DOM and virtual browser. What is DOM? Everything we discuss one by one, but this is very, very big advantage if you compare with Angular and other techniques. So I will show you the technical thing of everything. Okay. Next, so React we can use to develop cross mobile applications. Yes. See, I told you React JS in website development as science script, not only website, even mobile applications also can develop using React. So React JS we can use to develop the mobile applications. So that code we can use in mobile applications for the support of native. Yes, website to design the pages, HTML we are using to work with client React. In mobile screens, native we are using code is React. Is it clear? So that is the main difference with these two. Great. Yeah. So in both applications, like mobile applications as well as web applications, code is any point of view. In web, we are using HTML. In mobile, we are using native. So we can use different cross mobile applications. Cross means that yes, it supports any type of device like Android, iPhone, Microsoft Mobile, etc. So if we develop any Android app, it will not support iPhone. If you develop any app related to iPhone, it is not Android and Microsoft mobiles. Some not like okay, phone app is there. And next one, so this React Native. This technology if you take, so if you develop any application by using these technologies, so the application runs under any type of mobile devices. That is the main concept of this. Okay. Next one supports Redux. Yeah. So Redux is very important. So state container. Okay. So we have state management like cookies. These concepts we will discuss in other classes. So to transfer the data of one page to another page. For example, cart page to send bill page. That point is like cookies. Not only the objects used, Redux is more powerful than cookies and sessions. React directly supports this Redux. We discuss a mini shopping cart application. So based on this Redux, that time we'll get. Next one, simple. Coding is very simple. Java, if you take number of lines code, it is very, very simple in coding. So these are basic which we have. So basic application supports Redux. Like if you are running program time, so I will those all features. So this is the main thing which we have. Yes. So once again, it is client-side script. Two types of scripting. So client-side we are used to work with so dynamic controls. Next one, application point of view. Logic in the browser. Script. Yes, server is using to connect with the database of website. A website database is available where in server machine, not in client. So to connect with the website database and to create the sessions, so at that point of programmers will involve and they will implement things. In this client side script, different technologies are there like Java is traditional client side script, and the JavaScript is like etc. So these are the main features which we have. And in detail differences between and time of program point of view because so you are very new for this. Okay, what is virtual or what is like that. So once you understand one concept, then you get clarity. Oh, it is there in React. It is not there in Angular, and it is there in Angular. It is not there in React. That type of difference you can understand. So this is about these directions. Okay, so we will start the programming based on it. Before that, what a pattern following. So this React.js JavaScript is required because React.js is required library of JavaScript. Library means it is providing some additional functionalities to easily work with the core technology. What is the core technology here? JavaScript. To work with the JavaScript, React is providing additional functionalities. That is the concept of this. Is it clear? Yes. Now, so this is important. The JavaScript advanced JavaScript is very important. Let's say first time starting JavaScript, then only I will discuss the React part. Java 20 days and React is 40 days, like 50. Okay, so total 60 sessions. Okay. So JavaScript is very, very important. First, I will discuss that. So closures, we need to discuss async, okay, promises, okay, next one, concept, okay, hosting, like that, different types of event emitters, okay, public event triggering, like different types of concepts. Yeah. So those are concepts we will discuss, and only for the yes. And every day 1 hour session, okay. So initial 4 to 5 classes providing. So we are spending around 45 to 50 minutes. So once demos are completed, then 1 hour we are spending. And everyday class notes as well as recording, video recording, I upload it to Google Drive. So the access you will get half these demo classes. Then you can revise. Okay. So that class also. Okay. So I will upload all these videos, everything. It is straight. So this is the pattern which we are following. Okay. So I hope JavaScript is the prerequisite. Okay. Yeah. But no need to write JavaScript. We are discussing here only. Yes. So any question, doubts you have, ask me now. No doubts. Fine. So I hope you got some clarity. So day by day, you will get more clarity. Next class, I will just few more stuff. I start concepts here. Okay. Yes. And also I will give you HTML introduction. HTML is days and days, hours and hours. There's only one day HTML testing. How much required? Because if you start any program, for example, if you observe just any program start here, so every program contains HTML code. So for example, program will show you. Yeah. So program. So we have view tag. What is view tag? You should know. Like that we have input controls like that. Some we are creating the registration form, login form, and shopping or related concepts for using HTML. So that's why first as HTML I'm not time. So I will main concept HTML and regularly we are using 1 or 1.5 day. After that I will start the JavaScript 20 to 25 steps. After that is the yes, that is the main. Okay. Yes. Hope you understand this. Any doubts? Okay. Then see you in tomorrow class. We will discuss the other concepts. Okay. You can talk. Thank you. Yes, on screen. Oh, you can see my screen, right? No. So today we start class in this batch, and let's explain the definition about this. What is React? Okay, and the basic things we discussed. So just give you a backup after that discuss the concept. So React is, so what is React.js? It is a client-side dynamic websites. Yes. So website development point, not only in website development of view, even in the mobile application development point of view, we are taking the support of React.js. So React is a TypeScript. So we can call it as, okay, so it is library of JavaScript. So what is that? Nothing but library of JavaScript. Client side services, and we have two types. So client side script, so which executes the script which executes in browser, calling it as client script. Okay, so for example, JavaScript and next technologies Java like React, all it comes under client scripting languages. Okay, which executes in browser, we are calling it as client side script. Script executes in browser. For example, if you take JSP, home under server scripting languages like this, we have two types of script languages to develop the websites. So client side script as well as server side script. So these two are compulsory. Any website if you take, so these two scripts we are using. We developers are working with client side scripts and server side scripting languages. That is the concept of this. Okay. So you have to work with client side scripting languages and server side programmers are working on server side scripting languages. Is it clear? Yes. React.js is the client side execute some client side functionalities in the website development to run the client functionalities where within the website development. Now we can do the client side scripts. It's very important. So because first we should know concepts we can implement using client side. If you observe this, first point, dynamic functionalities, HTML controls. Yeah. Why we are using languages? But the point is, okay, the functionalities on the HTML. All HTML controls are controls. Okay. All the HTML controls are static controls. So you want to convert controls as dynamic controls. Then we take the support of this and scripting. Is it clear? That's the first point of this. So what is the difference between static and dynamic here? That's what the difference. Static is nothing but the properties we cannot change once the control is loaded. Okay, HTML control once is loaded into browser. So uploaded the control, we can't change the property. The concept of static. Dynamic means yes, we can change the properties after loaded the control in browser. That is the difference between these two. Okay, yes. So first point is to apply dynamic functions on HTML controls. That is the main point. And the second point, validate input. Validations are very, very important. Yes. So when we are sending the data to the server, before sending the data to the server, we are checking whether the data is proper or improper. Point of view validations. Okay. Yes. Like username is empty or not. Password detail, password match out. Email ID format is valid format. This type of validations we want to perform. Then we are taking the support of client-side script languages. Is it clear? Next one is to execute logics in browser. Yes, we are implementing client technologies. Yes, those logics exist in browser. Yes. So browser, who is using browser? Client. Client is the person who is accessing the application. The person who is application we are calling a client. So what are the logics we're implementing using client-side technologies? Execute in the client system. So you can see the result very fast. In case if you implement the logics using server-side technologies, so processor time. So for example here, this is where and this is one HTML page. This is another HTML page. Like that we have these two HTML pages. This is the browser. Now we are seeing request. Okay. So to the home page. Now it contains both the script client side as well as server side. Like that, this web page, not this web page, every page contains two scripts. One is client side and one is server side. Now, download this web page. What the client implemented? The code also downloads into the browser and it executes in the browser. Okay, this browser. Okay, so who is browser? The browser. Okay, for example, if you open Gmail, client of Gmail. So if you open Facebook, the client of Facebook, like so that code is downloaded from the browser, okay, and execute it. So that's why any logic implement here, those logics execution is very, very fast. It is client side script. Okay, in my system it executes. So if it is server side script, the request is with the server, then the code executes and responses come back browser. For the entire request and response it time. So that's most of the logic in website development. We are implementing using client side. So that is the concept for this. Second. So here, so that concept is one of the implemented client side. The result very fast. So almost okay. So most of the we implemented client side technology and time of website development. Next one is to work with Ajax. Okay, the Ajax concept is very, very important. What to work with Ajax functionalities, how to work with the Ajax functionalities. Then also you're taking the support of these clients scripting languages. So okay, so these are the main points we have here. So see any website, Gmail or Facebook or whatever it may be. So this would be some client scripting language as well as building at the time of development. You got it. If you take so UI developer working with client side technologies and some developers are working with the server side technologies. There are two different teams. One is UI development team, another one is support team. Okay. So UI developers working with the client side and server side programs with the server side technology. Okay. So these are the points. So these are the base points which we are implementing in this client side scripting. Is it clear? Yes. So I will show the programs, then more clarity in this one. But yeah. So, React.js showed done is one of the in Facebook implemented to the lexic version and officially in the year. So this React is made in by Facebook Corporation and basic version is 1.1 current version, so 18.6. So we are okay. Yes. So now I'm going to one website. I'll just record for example. See in this part, if you observe this is main dynamic, okay, items to display dynamic items using client side technology. Now, if button key. So in that point of view, using client side technology. Okay, if I move mouse over this, it is doing like that. So if I click on that, okay, now here, see, it is highlighting for the technology. Click on this report. Now if I move over here, that image is changing here. So to change these images, client side technologies were used. Is it like everywhere that client's requirement is more? Now see many options like this. If I click on login, okay, sign up, now continue. So validations. That is like that. Around 7 coding website client technologies. You can ask me one question. Sir, where is the scripting languages? Yes. Server-side scripting languages, not we. We UI developer don't run the technologies. Okay. So we have a team. They think data website. Okay. Because website is not available in the client system. Where is available in the server. Is available in the server. So that's why emphasize server script is required to this website data. In that point of view, okay, getting support of this or this. Like that, we have these two client language and server side language. So React is client base is library of JavaScript. It means what is adding some additional features to easy JavaScript. Yesterday's class, we discussed the features we have in this React JS. So compare with JavaScript, like data binding, simple application, okay, virtual DOM, JSX format support. Like that, some other features we have this React JS. So compare the JavaScript. Is this clear? Yes. The main libraries provide more features than original technology. So that is the concept of this. Yes. Now, one use case I discuss. Anybody miss the class, no worries, because what topics I cover and we can just program for. Just yesterday also I have given the basic introduction, all started. We also covered. So if you want to go through that in Durga's YouTube channel, this demo class available. You can go to that. But it is compulsory because before starting the React.js, okay, again it's the steps. Okay, because we have React these two basic JavaScript features, then only have it the React. Now, login form is for example, login form. So in companies, you work with login form. Okay, then what's first we need to design login. Yes, so far we design the login. Actually, UAS will design, they will provide you that login form by placing username dashbox login, but like this they're designing. Second one, validation. So we check the login form in controls. Input controls content proper data on the devices. Third one is send data to server. When user click the login button, after clicking login button, sending the data to server. Means what is the username password? We are sending back to the server. Sending back to the server. Is it clear? Yes. And the username password is valid. We are sending back to the server. Fourth one, username password valid or invalid. Yeah, we are checking username password is valid. Backend. So the user password or not. That we need to check. If user password matching with any record database, matching whether it is matching or not with any record database. It is matching. Then we need to redirect to the welcome page. Otherwise, invalid user base. That's the concept. That's why the next page. Okay. Yes. So redirect to your welcome page or invalid user base. So this is the concept. So these are the steps which we have here. So to design the login form, so this design part, right? HTML, CSS. These are the techniques we are using in companies to work with this. It's UI designers will work. And from second step onwards, remain all development. So here this development client side as well as server side we are using. To validate, so you want to check the controls contain the data or not. And the email ID and password. Email ID contains proper format. Each type of respond form. And we are taking the photo of client side script. So here we are using React. And third step, sending the data to server. So we support the Agile React.js. Yes, yeah. Next one, check username password, valid or invalid. Yes. See, at the time of sending the data to server, we are using Agile script. So that is by React Angular or any other technology. We are using React.js. Once you send data to server, we are taking username password is valid. So in that point of view, so we take support of server-side scripting language like ASP, JSP, PHP, Node is also one server script. Like that, the other server-side scripting which we're using. For what? To check that username password valid. Yes, we are connecting, not we, server-side programmers. They're connecting with the database and they're checking that username password is valid and invalid. Actually, in this third step, we are sending the data to the server I told you, to Regex. At that time, we are calling one API service, okay, which is implemented by any technology like AS, etc. That API is password and is validating the database of server. The validation is completed, read to that valid user base. Okay, in that point of view, it is out of okay. Yes, routing concept that is nothing but here we are using React. So to navigate that time we are using concept. So that is also true. In the step number 2, step 3, and step number 5. In this we are seeing design. Is it clear? Yes. So observe on this concept. So we have 7% the requirement is not only login, even register or any concept. So compulsory 70% code using mindset technologies. So this is the main concept of this. Yes. So this is one best example. So where the client is okay. So with this login form is test. So anyhow, this basic information. So React.js is the open source client technology to develop logics to execute in browser. Okay. Which applications? Web applications as well as mobile applications also. To work with the mobile applications, we are using React Native. For coding, React.js, and to design the mobile native technology we are using. Work with the applications. Okay. So React with HTML. And for this HTML. Oh, yeah. Both Yes, coding is React. Only designing. Okay, so we are using different technologies. That's all. Like we can develop both mobile as well as beverages. It is React. Yeah. So that's the concept. So this is the introduction and Facebook guarantees. Okay. So in many websites, actually the main reason to develop CRTs is to implement logics in Facebook. Before chat concept,